for the practice today, grabbing your chair and a strap, because we will use the strap. If you can't reach your legs for happy babies at the end, go ahead and have a strap close to you. A pillow if you need it, blocks, and then whatever else you need to help make your practice supportive for you. So we are in the center of our seat or to the front of the seat, sitting ourselves up nice and tall. If you have an injury or if you're getting over an illness or you've got something going on with your back or anything like that, and you do need the support of the chair the whole time, then feel free to use it. That's what it's there for. Sitting ourselves up nice and tall, visualizing our spine, all stacking those vertebrae, lengthening through our rib cage. Feels good. And let's begin by rolling our shoulders. So let's go and roll those shoulders back. Rolling that out and roll. Oh, so good. And then let's go ahead and roll those shoulders forward. Nice big shoulder rolls going the other way. Rolling that out. Good, let's roll it back again. So rounding that back, rolling that back, and then rolling that forward. Let's do a nice big shrug, shrugging up to the ears, and then releasing that down. We'll drop our chin to chest. We released our arms down. Go and drop that chin to chest. Maybe you can get a nice release in the back, in the upper traps, in that lower neck, or even in the upper neck, up towards the base of the skull. Good, lift that head up to center, and let's look our eyes to sky. Very nice, bring that back to center. Roll our shoulders back. Good, and then go and roll that forward. Nice, let's shrug it up again. Shrug up to the ears. And then release that down. Try and kind of heavily release that down and drop our chin back to the chest. Almost as if somebody is reaching for your fingertips and pulling your arms down towards the floor. So you kind of get that imaginary pull so that you get a really nice lengthening in that neck. Lift our head up to center and let's take our eyes to the ceiling again. Good, bring that back to center and we can shake that out. Very nice. Let's go ahead and take our head and look over to the right. Think about that chin going over towards that right shoulder, not bringing the shoulder to the chin, but bringing the chin over to that shoulder. And then let's look to the left. So looking the other way. Oh, it feels good to look from right to left. And again, chin going to shoulder, not shoulder to chin. Let's look to the right again. And then to the left again. And head back to center. Drop our right ear towards that right shoulder. And left ear to left shoulder. Head back to neutral. Drop our chin to chest. And then let's go ahead and take that right ear, right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. Neck circles here. Take this from side to side. Oh, wow. I'm feeling this like halfway down my spine. Maybe you're feeling this in different places. That is good though, releasing any excess tension. Good. Let's drop that chin back to chest. Lift that head to center. Roll our shoulders back and roll those shoulders forward. Sun breath here. Let's inhale and sweep this up. And exhale this out. Good. Again, inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep it up. And exhale it out. Inhale and sweep it up. Let's drop that right hand down to the right side of the seat of the chair. And as you exhale, just lean it over to the right. So we've got a right, nice leaning right here. Oh, and maybe just like I did, maybe you want to kind of twist that rib cage open, or maybe you're just working on that lean. It's good to twist that rib cage open. So that means that I'm taking my head and looking to the ceiling and opening my belly button towards the ceiling as well. Inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale, let's drop to the other side. So left hand goes to the left side of the seat of the chair, and let's lean to the left. So good. And maybe you want to keep it here in this nice lean, or maybe you're going to go a little further and lift that head up towards the ceiling. And maybe that belly button is twisting towards the ceiling as well. Goodness. That is a good torso twist right there. Breathe. Very nice. Bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep. Clasp our hands at the top, and we can exhale as we've got our hands clasped, and we're going to take our palms and press them towards the ceiling. If it's not available to you to have your arms like this, you can reach those arms just above you, just like this. They don't have to be clasped if that's too difficult on your joints. But sitting ourselves up tall, lengthening up through our arms, lengthening up through that torso, up through that rib cage. Let's do a few side breaths here. Let's inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. Good. Inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. 2 more times. Inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. And 1 more time. Inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. Good. Bring our arms right out in front of us. Stop hands. Rotate those wrists. Good. And if those arms are tired from being up, that is okay. That's normal because we have our arms lifted for quite a while. And let's go ahead and point our fingers down and then fingers up. Fingers down and fingers up. Fingers down and fingers up. Good. Let's open this up. So we see our arms still in our peripheral, so we're not open super wide. We're just opened in a nice wider V. Let's take our palms up, make some fists, roll our knuckles in, and then an exaggerated bicep curl. Let's do a little bit of seated cat and cow here. So let's go ahead and open this up, arching that back. That's good. And then let's round this, take our chin to chest. Maybe those elbows try and come together. Let's inhale and open. Exhale and round. 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 Good. Back to neutral. Good. Opening that up. Open our arms up. Let's press our palms down. Very nice. Roll those shoulders back and roll those shoulders forward. Good. Shake that out. Reach our arms up again. So let's reach up those arms towards the ceiling, and let's walk our legs over to the right side of our chair. Let's take our hands to the top of the back of the seat of our chair. Woo! And we have this nice spinal twist where we can use the leverage of the back of the chair to twist into this. So using that leverage, going as deep into this twist as feels good for you. Maybe you're going comfortably uncomfortable here, or maybe you just need to stay comfortable today. I'm going comfortably uncomfortable because that feels really, really good. Let's breathe it here in this twist. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and big exhale out. Oh, that feels so good. It opens up that back rib cage. Let's lengthen back up through our arms, reach back up through our fingertips, and let's walk our legs over back to center, and then let's walk them over to the left. Take our hands to, again, the back of the seat of the chair, And now we're twisting left. Oh, maybe you've got one side that is tighter than the other. Very normal because of our everyday lives. We do use one side of our bodies more than the other. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good, big deep inhale and exhale it out. Oh, that feels good. We can do this all day too. Let's lengthen back up through those arms, reach up through those fingers, take ourselves back to center. Very nice. Bring our arms out in front of us and let's give ourselves a nice big hug. So let's take our right over our left and let's go ahead and hug. Fingers are kind of walking towards your spine. So you're kind of trying to get that big hug. Fingers are trying to work towards the midline of your body or the back line of your body, I guess. Good. Nice big hug. Inhale it here. And exhale it out. Oh, good. Open this up. And now left arm over right, taking it to the other side. Reaching our fingers for the midline of our body. And breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Good, opening that up and then release that down. Very nice. All right, we've got our seated sun salutations. So using your blocks, placing them where you want them. For support, if you're using blocks, still sitting ourselves up nice and tall. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up nice and big. Exhale, dive it down and over. If it feels best for you to have a pillow between your belly and your thighs, feel free to use that or a folded up blanket, whatever feels best for you. We've got our hands on our blocks on the floor or on your shins. Let's inhale, flat back, look forward. Well, yeah, it is a flat back, it's a lengthened back. So lengthened arms, lengthened spine. Looking forward and slightly upwards towards the ceiling. Tailbone is pointed down towards the seat of the chair. Oh, that feels good. And then release this back into that forward fold. Good. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep those arms up nice and big. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. This feels so good on the spine. Inhale and lengthen. Let's hold this here. Take our right hand, place our right hand into that block. You can exhale while we're doing that. And then let's go ahead and open this to the left, opening that left side. Maybe your arm can lift this high. Maybe not. This is only our first time, so maybe your flexibility and mobility, it's not there yet. Again, still new into the practice today, so those muscles might still be chilly, and depending, again, on what time of year you're doing it too, or the temperature of your house as well. So, opening that up, breathing it here. Inhale it deeply, and exhale that out. Good. Release that back into forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Let's do that same side again. Inhale and lengthen. Hold this here. Let's exhale in this lengthening. Press our right hand into that block. And let's lift that left arm open again. That feels better. Second time feels better. That feels good. And breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Good. Release that and relax this into that forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep that up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Hold this here. Let's take it to that other side. So let's press our left hand into our left block. Right arm comes up. Goodness gracious. And breathe it here. Inhale and exhale, especially do that breath nice and big and deep if you are tight, especially if you are tight. Breathing it here. Oh, or if you feel that, yeah, that tightness or that soreness. Good, go ahead and release that back into that forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Let's hold this here again. You can exhale as we've got these nice long arms, nice long spine. Let's take the left hand, press that left hand back into that block, twisting it open again, and breathe. Breathing over to that right side. Inhale and exhale. Using that breath, especially if you are extra tight, use that breath to try and get that as deep as you can. And release this back into that forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, our hands to heart. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. Bring our hands together into prayer. Exhale, our hands to heart. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, our hands to heart. Good. Let's hold this here. Let's sit ourselves up tall. We can tend to slouch as we go into those sun salutation cycles. So try and get that spine up nice and tall again. Super lengthened so that we get a really lengthened hinge. Let's inhale it deeply. As we exhale, let's hinge right there at our hip flexors and add in a spinal twist. So that right elbow, right tricep is trying to get over to that left thigh. We want to really, really try not to get a lot of pressure onto that knee joint. Try and get as much onto the thigh. If you're finding that you're putting a lot of pressure on your knee joint, then go ahead and use something there to protect your knee. So just making sure that you're keeping that nice and protected. Don't want to hurt that knee joint. We've got this nice seated spinal twist, supported seated spinal twist. You know what that regular seated spinal twist is without support. The quads would be burning. But in this supported spinal twist, we get to focus so much more on the back and on those lats, the latissimus dorsi, those big back muscles. Good, let's bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. Bring our hands to prayer. And then let's exhale our hands to heart. Let's sit ourselves up tall again. Nice and tall, lengthen up through that spine. So that when we do that hinge, we can get that really nice long hinge forward. Let's inhale it deeply. As we exhale, let's take this nice deep hinge and then twisting it to the right. Oh, man, this side. It feels like somebody punched me in my kidneys when I'm twisting this way. It's so good to stretch this out. Let's breathe right here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Good. Inhale it super deep. And exhale it out. Same thing on this side, making sure that that elbow, that tricep is going over to the thigh and not any pressure on that knee. So no pressure on that joint. One more breath here. Good, and bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. And then go ahead and release those arms to our sides. Very nice. Roll those shoulders back. Actually, let's take our arms behind us. Let's clasp those hands behind us if it's available. If not, always feel free to hold onto the seat of the chair or the back of the chair. So whatever works best for you. Let's open up our chest here, opening up the shoulder muscles as well. Good, let's look to the right and look to the left. Head back to center, back to neutral, drop our chin to chest. Oh, wow. Good, lift that head up to center and take our eyes to the ceiling, eyes to sky. And bring that back to neutral. Let's release those arms. Shake that out. Very good. Roll those shoulders out and roll that forward. All right, let's go into legs, core and legs. So we're going to go into one of our most difficult poses, our staff pose. You may be doing one-legged. Otherwise, let's go ahead and take it into both of those legs, lifting up. Let's reach up through our arms, through our fingers towards the ceiling. Very good. Okay, let's breathe it here in the staff pose. Let's inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Go ahead and release those arms down. We've got a hamstring curl with a leg extension for some strengthening for both sides of the legs, for the quads and the hamstrings. You can have your arms by your side or hands on your thighs, flexing through our feet. Let's curl this in. So try not to let those feet touch the floor and extend. Go ahead and curl this in and extend. There's 8. Curl this in and extend. There's 7. Curl this in and extend. There's 6. Curl this in and extend. There's 5. Curl this in and extend. There's 4. Curl this in and extend. There's 3. Curl this in and extend. There's 2. Curl this in. And let's hold this extension. Hold that. Go ahead and point those toes. Flex those feet. Point those toes. Flex those feet. Point those toes. Flex those feet. Point those toes and flex those feet. Good. We're going to release our left leg. Scoot ourselves forward. Lengthen through our left leg. Let's take our right ankle to our left shin. And you can have your right foot kind of resting on your left foot. We have a very extended figure 4 right here. So it's our first little piriformis figure 4 hip flexor opener and stretch. Don't worry, we'll get into the regular figure 4. But yes. Oh, that is good. That lengthened figure 4 stretch. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bend that left knee and let's go ahead and take that right ankle, right foot onto that right or left thigh. Onto the left thigh. And just your posture is okay, right? Like it doesn't matter yet. We'll get to that really nice posture when we get to the back of the chair. But for right now, we're just beginning to wake up this hip. Hip flexor, figure 4, piriformis. So this is almost our full figure 4 right here. And maybe your foot's on your thigh or maybe your ankle's on your thigh. Maybe working on a little bit of hinging here. Don't worry, we'll get to that too when we move it back to the back of the chair. But just kind of saying hello, waking that up. All right, now we get to move to the back of the seat of the chair. And we're going to use that back rest of the chair, so the seat. And sit ourselves up nice and tall. Actually, let's find our hinge first. So find your hinge where you are able to hinge at those hips before your shoulders start to round, before you start to lose that alignment. So leading with the chest, hinging this forward. So just finding where that's at. Goodness gracious. Most of the time I feel it way in my hip, but I'm feeling it in that hamstring today too. Goodness. All right, let's add that breath, that movement. Let's sit up tall against the back of the chair. Let's inhale it deeply. And exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. We're gonna do one more. Inhale it up nice and tall. And exhale, hinge. Woo, goodness. Wow, very nice. All right, bring this back to a neutral spine, back to maybe being supported by that chair. I'm liking the support today. Let's take our left hand to the outside of our right thigh, and let's just spinal twist it here. Just a simple spinal twist. You can use, again, the leverage at the back of the chair to help with that twist, and breathe it here. Big deep inhale and big exhale. Good, bring this to center. Let's twist it to the other side. Big deep inhale. And big exhale. Bring it back to center. Both arms, sun breath up. Inhale, sweep it. And exhale it out. Oh, that is so good. Okay, now we've got a half shoelace. So let's take that foot to the corner. Right foot goes to the left corner of the seat of the chair. And let's wrap left arm if you can, if it's possible. Sometimes that is not going to work, and you can just go ahead and wrap that hand around the calf. Just remember, not knee joint. So you can hold that calf, or you can wrap that arm. And we've got this deeper hip twist, stretch. I can't even think about the words because I'm feeling it. Oh, breathe it, breathe, inhale it deeply, and exhale it out. Good, inhale it deep, and exhale it out. So good. Let's twist it the other way. So twisting towards the inside. Very nice. And bring this back to center. Hug that in, and then let's go ahead, release that. So release those legs. That feels good. Let's scoot ourselves forward. We're gonna take ourselves back into our staff pose because we did our right leg. Now we gotta do that left. So let's lengthen through our legs, reach up through our arms, and find that really intense staff pose. 3 breaths here. Inhaling deeply and exhaling it out. Good, big deep inhale and exhale it out. And again, big deep inhale and exhale it out. Wonderful. Release those arms down, holding onto that chair or hands to thighs. Let's curl this in and extend. Since we did 9 on the other side, let's do 9 on this side. So now we're going to count down from 8. Curl this in and extend. There's 8. Curl this in and extend. There's 7. Curl this in and extend. There's 6. Curl this in and extend. There's 5. Curl this in and extend. There's 4. Curl this in and extend. There's 3. Curl this in and extend. There's 2. Curl this in. And let's hold this extension. That's 1. Good. Point our toes, flex our feet. 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 Point our toes and flex our feet. Very nice. Release our right leg. Scoot ourselves forward. Lengthen through that right leg. And let's take our left ankle to that right shin. And just that little baby hinge forward. Our lengthened figure 4. Lengthened piriformis stretch here. That's good. That feels very nice. Feels very nice also to rest it after bringing our legs up for that staff pose. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and bend at that knee. Take our left ankle or foot, place it onto that right thigh. And this side. Goodness. Good, and find a hinge here. Just whatever you want to do in these next few moments, but continue to breathe because we are waking this up, saying hello. Yes, we're going to work this side next. We're going to use you left hip and hip flexor. We are going to warm you up a little bit more. Get you ready for some movement. Posture doesn't have to be great here yet. It will be in a second, but don't worry about it yet. Good. All right, let's go ahead and scoot ourselves back towards the back seat of the chair. Sit ourselves up nice and tall. Find your hinge. So find out where that place is before you start to lose your alignment, before your shoulders start to round. Find where you can go, where it's like concrete, stuck. All right, let's add in that breath and movement. So sitting ourselves up tall against the back of the chair, inhale it deeply. And exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. And one more time. Inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. Ooh, man, does it ever get old? No. Good. Sit that up tall. Very nice. And let's go ahead and twist it over to the left. That feels wonderful. So good. And twist it to the right. Keep breathing. As always, I say to keep breathing because I'm reminding myself as well, because I'm like, I'm just holding my breath. Bring ourselves back to center. Big sun breath here. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale that out. Let's take ourselves to our half shoelace. So take that left heel to the right corner of the chair and wrap that arm around, or like I said, you can hold on to that calf if you can't wrap. Do whatever is working for you today. And twisting it to the left. On this side, yes, I feel it in the glute, but I also feel it in my rib cage. So good. Breathe it here. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. Let's twist it the other side. So twisting over to the right and breathe this here. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Bring it back to center. Give yourself a hug because you so deserve it. And then release that. Shake that out. All right. So we've got our supported crescent. Let's move ourselves over to the left side of the chair. Let's take this left leg behind us. And we are in this nice supported crescent, supported by the chair. Oh, that feels super good. Good stretch. Lengthening through that back leg. I'm going to scoot my chair forward just a little bit. Good. Lengthening through that back leg. Heel is lifted. So we get a nice calf stretch here. And let's reach up through those arms. Nice supported crescent. So good. Oh. Your body's automatically put in a slight back bend here. So if you're feeling stiff, very normal, especially for that low back, especially for this time of year, especially after a holiday where there were lots of inflammatory foods that may have been eaten. So you might be feeling a little stiffness. It's okay. Let's drop this right hand down to the right side of the chair. Let's reach this over. Lengthen through that. And breathe. Inhale and exhale. Good. Very nice. But that wonderful stretch. I love this stretch, especially for this abdominal region and the groin right here. It feels so good. All right, let's go ahead and switch this to a nice little twist here. Front hand can be on that thigh. Back hand can be on that hip. And you've got that wonderful, nice twist. And breathe. Good. And let's bring this back to center. Let's go ahead and take our right leg, give our right leg the seat of the chair. Let's take our left leg off to the side. Let's lengthen here, reaching up through this. And now we get more of an inner thigh stretch, inner thigh opening, outer hip, right there, reaching up through that. Oh, that feels good. Right through the center of that torso. Reach up through that. Let's drop that right hand down and lengthen over. Reach and lengthen from our fingers down to our toes. And breathe. So good. Good. Let's go ahead and windmill this arm to the side of the thigh or the back of the thigh. Remember, no knee, no kneecap. Holding on to that, reaching this over. And lengthen through this. And breathe. And then release that. Good. Let's go ahead and turn this. And now we are in a supported pigeon. Woohoo! Very similar to that crescent, except we've got this front leg nice and supported in that pigeon. Back heel is still lifted. Let's reach up through this. And with this, because we're up on the chair, we get an even deeper forward fold than we would if we're doing pigeon on the floor. Because you have the length of from the seat of the chair to the bottom of the floor if you choose to do that. Let's go ahead and do that forward fold. So you're here on your hands or you're on your elbows, or if you want to go even further than you could if you were just doing this on the floor, then go ahead and let your upper body hang over the front of the chair, or the side of the chair. Wow. And breathe. Oh, man. Hips are tight. Breathe it, breathe it. Inhaling and exhaling. That breath is amazing at smoothing that out, at releasing any tension, tightness, or maybe not even releasing it, but just softening it, helping out a little bit. Let's go ahead and lift this back up, center, reach up through this. Goodness gracious. Oh, go ahead and reach, lengthen. Very nice. Let's release that. Let's take our leg off to the side and go into our warriors, our supported warriors, our little supported warrior cycle that we do. So I love this supported warrior because we kind of get to put our legs in the exact position that they need to be if the chair wasn't here. The back leg is nice and long. The heel is the furthest thing away from you and the toes are pointed inwards. That other knee is bent, so right knee is bent and toes are pointed out. So toes are pointing this way. Let's go ahead and open this up. Proud warrior. Everything is strong here. Legs are strong. Torso is strong. Glutes are strong. Chest is strong. Arms are strong. Neck strong. Face relaxed. Good. Let's drop that back arm. Palm facing up. Peaceful warrior or reverse warrior. Some days it doesn't feel peaceful, but I imagine that it is, and that helps. Oh, breathe here. And exhale it out. Very nice. Let's take this into our side angle. Reaching this over, that bicep comes right by that temple, right by the ear. Lengthening through this and breathe. Very nice. And then bring ourselves back up. Proud warrior. Good. And then release. Good job. All right. Let's take this, moving ourselves over to the other side. So let's move ourselves over to the right side of the chair. Let's take our right leg behind us into a supported crescent. Both sides are equally tight today. which is good. It's a good thing. Let's reach up through that. Oh, lengthen up through that. Back heel stays lifted. Very nice. Let's go ahead and drop our left hand to the left side of the seat of the chair. And let's reach over and enjoy this nice beginning of a lateral stretch. The abdominals of that hip flexor, reaching this over and breathe. Good, and then let's go and take those arms, and they're gonna go right to the hips, or that front hand goes right to that thigh. Back hand goes to that back hip. We've got this nice little twist here, and breathe into this twist. Wow, that feels good. Good, and bring this back to center. Let's go ahead and take that leg, place that leg up onto the seat of the chair. So we get that nice side, our gate pose, lifting this up. Our left leg is supported by the chair, right leg is off to the side. Lengthen here and breathing. Good, let's take that left hand down again to the left side of the chair, and let's reach this over. And again, it's kind of, yeah, I'm kind of happy that I'm equally tight and stiff on both sides of the body. So then I'm like, okay, it's the whole body. It's not just one side today. So that's nice. The things that the awareness that happens when you're doing your yoga practice. Lots of things happen when you're doing your yoga practice. Let's go ahead and windmill this and reach this over. I was just noticing too, I was like, oh, this is about the time. It's usually halfway through that my brain settles, halfway through our practice that my brain settles, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can think clearly now. Today it took a little bit longer, but while we were doing our warriors there, I was like, oh yeah, there it is. That clarity that comes when we're doing the yoga practice. Good, and then let's go ahead and release that. Let's turn this, keep our back heel lifted, and we've got ourselves in our wonderful supported pigeon. Grab this. All right, let's lift this up. And just like with that crescent, this kind of puts your body in a natural back arch. So if you're not good with arching your back in normal life, this is very helpful. This is a good stretch for you. Let's go ahead and take this into that forward fold. So we're either on those hands, on those elbows, or all the way forward. Oh. And breathe and try not to tighten up. If you are feeling like uncomfortableness or tightness, or even a little bit of pain, but not like pain, but like uncomfortable, stretching, really breathe it. That's when you tell your brain, I need to breathe more, deeper, longer. Because you would rather want to go shallow and not, because you want to protect that area, but allow yourself to lengthen in the breath so that those muscles can lengthen. Good, let's go ahead and bring ourselves up, lift ourselves back up, and let's take that leg to the side. And we will go into find our warrior cycle on this side of the body, on the left side. So we've got that right leg nice and straight. We've got our toes inward. We've got the left knee bent. Got our toes facing the left. And our toes are trying to get to our right foot. Toes are trying to get to the left as well. Let's lengthen through this. Strong legs. Strong torso. Strong chest. Strong arms. Strong neck. Face is relaxed. And breathe. And let's drop that back arm, palm up, peaceful warrior. Reach. Because that's all I can do. If I could cry, I would, but all I can do is laugh. So I guess it's not as bad to cry. No, not as bad to laugh. And breathe it here. Inhale and exhale. If you're crying, that's okay too. Let's lengthen through this. Lengthen through those arms back into that proud warrior. Let's take ourselves into our side angle. Taking this down, reaching that over. Bicep is nice and close to that temple or that forehead. Breathe. And bring ourselves back up. Lengthen through this and breathe. Good, and release. All right, now one of my favorites, the wide-legged hip opener. Go ahead and grab your blocks, both blocks, take them to the inside. Let's take our right hand to that right block, and let's go ahead and open this up. Very nice, breathe it here. Lots of hip opening today because we're gonna do happy baby at the end too, so even more hip opening. And breathe, breathe, breathe. Good, let's inhale and sweep this up. Drop our left hand to the left block and opening this up and breathe. Good, and inhale and sweep this up and release that. Very nice. We can take those blocks, place them kind of off to the front because we've got to lengthen our legs. So we're sitting in our chair, sitting up nice and tall. Let's inhale, sweep this up, exhale, dive it down and over, seated forward fold. And grab those blocks, plant our feet into the floor, and let's go ahead and lift our glutes up off of the chair. Standing forward fold. Maybe you feel that in your low back. Maybe you feel this in your glutes. Maybe you feel this in your hamstrings. Maybe you feel it in your calves. Maybe you feel it in the backs of the knees, your ankles, your Achilles tendons. Maybe you're feeling it everywhere. So good. Let's inhale and lengthen through our arms into a nice tabletop. So hands are supported by the blocks or by your shins. And then release this back into that forward fold. Take a seat back on the chair. Inhale, big breath up. Sweep that up. Exhale, dive it down and over, hands to blocks. Lift our glutes up off of the chair. Lengthening through those legs. So good, so strong. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Take a seat back in that chair. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Glutes up off of the chair. We're going to keep this here now in this standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Head has been low, so take this next one nice and slow. Inhale and sweep this up into a nice tall mountain. Oh, reach that up and then exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep this up. Cactus our arms as we exhale. Exhale this into cactus arms. Good. Inhale and sweep. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, cactus those arms back. Inhale and lift this up. And then let's release our arms to our sides. Wonderful. All right, so let's move that chair. We're going to take ourselves onto the floor for our inversion, for our supported shoulder stand. And then we got some stretch with some happy babies pose. So taking ourselves down to the floor, using whatever you need. You'll need a block for support, and then whatever you need for final relaxation, grabbing those things. And if you don't have a strap, then you can use a belt. That works too, like a regular belt, or like if you have a robe belt, you can use that as well. All right, so scooting ourselves nice and close to our chair. Let's bring our legs up onto the chair. And I love the kind of chair that I use because I can kind of get my booty right under, almost underneath the seat of the chair. But you can get that nice and close. Oh, so good. We could just be here. All right. So grabbing your block or your stiff pillows or a stack of books with a blanket over it for some height, place that underneath your sacrum. So right underneath that sacrum, right underneath that low back. Oh, that feels really good too. And this is going to feel even better. Let's go ahead and lift our legs up into this supported shoulder stand. Now, let's do a little bit of a dying bug right here first. So let's have our arms lifting up towards our hands, reaching up towards our feet, but trying to flatten our scapula, which is our shoulder blades or your angel wings, trying to flatten your angel wings into the floor, but lifting those fingers up. And then let's go ahead and open this off to the side. Oh, very nice. But those legs are lifted, arms are open off to the side. So the shoulders are rotated open, chest is open. And you can find stillness here, or like me, I am doing some ankle mobility work. I'm doing some flexion and extension, so pointing and flexing my feet, rotating my ankles. Didn't even realize that I was doing it until I started talking about it. Maybe you are just finding stillness here today. Maybe you need that stillness, or maybe you need that movement, that pointing and that flexing. But this inversion is so good for that circulation, so good for that body, so good for that brain and that nervous system. Just breathing, inhaling and exhaling. And let's release one leg, release the other leg. So good. Let's take our right ankle, place it onto our left thigh. Go ahead and press that inner right thigh away with that right hand. Love that one. That's so good. And then let's release that. Take it to the other side. Take that ankle to that thigh. Press that inner thigh away. Oh, so good. And then release that. Take that block out from underneath you. Let's go ahead and scoot that chair away. Grab what you need for final relaxation and grab that strap. So we're going to bring ourselves back right here. We're going to bring our feet together, and if you can, just holding on to your ankles. Bring our feet together, holding on to our ankles. This would be similar to when we are in this pose, when we're sitting up and we've got our hands on our ankles, we've got our feet together. So we are doing this while we are lying down. We are right here. Now, here's your options for happy babies pose. You can take those peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes, and we're going to open that up into happy babies. If this is not available to you, go ahead and grab your strap. Take your strap, put your feet on your strap, and then you can use that strap to pull those legs into that happy babies pose. So finding whatever feels best for you. Oh my goodness. And finding that happy babies pose. Maybe you're in stillness, or maybe you're rocking it from side to side. The rocking can feel really good on that low back. It can be also challenging for those hip flexors. So whatever is working for you, whatever feels best for you. And if you need to take a break and then go back into it, Yeah. I remember, yeah, I was like, why haven't we done this in forever? And I'm like, oh, I used to be able to hold this for forever. And now I'm like, I need breaks. I need breaks for happy babies. But it's so good. Oh, because those hip flexors are tight. And I'm thinking they need to get a little stronger too. That's what I'm feeling here. A little bit of weakness in my hips. And then let's go ahead and just release one leg. Oh, and release the other leg. Very nice. Let's bring those legs together. And let's drop both of our knees over to our right side. Take our arms out into that T. And then let's look over to the left. And breathe. If you're finding that you are very tight and you are flexed and like holding yourself, release that. Try and release that as much as you can. That may even mean that you have to shift how your legs are positioned. I kind of had to straighten mine a little bit because, yeah, I'm extra tight, and it was making it uncomfortable to release all the way there. So listen to your body and take it where it can go to where it can relax. Good, let's bring our legs back to center and drop those knees over to the left. Arms are gonna stay out into that T and looking to the right. Oh, good, good. And bring that back to center. We're gonna drop your knees back over to your most comfortable side and take yourself onto your side. And let's have a breath or two here. Very deep breath, or two, or three. And then taking ourselves, pressing ourselves up, bringing ourselves up into a supported seated pose that feels strong for you. Sitting ourselves up tall. I love sitting in this where I get to stretch the front of my feet. Oh, my ankles feel so good in this kneeling pose. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our hands together and exhale, eyes following our fingers. Take our chin to chest. Lift that head center, take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling it deeply, and a big cleansing exhale. And let's do one more big deep breath like that. Big deep inhale.